Hi, I'm back. I know it has been 3 weeks, almost 4, since I last did a video. I don't really plan on having that big of a gap between videos, but with a lot of other things going on, I had to. Also, I know I said in my last video that I would attempt to find a time where my brothers weren't watching TV. I kind of failed to take into account that that is a great majority of the day. So, we still have to deal with the noise. As long as they don't have anything that is really weird again. Yeah. Um. Also, I can't really hear, so I know that the TV is on. I can hear the noise of it. I cannot hear what is being said. Um. I did rewatch the last video with the volume as high as it goes, and I can hear that there was something there. Also, one of my cats is in here, and so if you hear random thuds, that's coming from my cat. I think I heard something. Oh, yeah. She's right there. Hi, Mia. Mia, come on. See? Cat. So today's video is going to be on one of the medical conditions that my doctor is trying to diagnose me with. It is called Ehler-Danlos Syndrome. Also might not be pronounced right. So Ehler-Danlos Syndrome is a group of 13 different. Ouch. Mia, stop it. A group of different inherited disorders that affect connective tissue in the body. By the way, you can kind of see in my glasses, I have my Chromebook open with more information that I'm trying to keep my cat away from. For this video and like how it affects me, I probably only have two. Hi. There is only a possibility that I have two of them. They are the two worst ones, and we think it is hypermobility, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, as opposed to vascular Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. The only difference that I know of at this particular time is whether it affects organs and blood vessels. We don't think that I have that one because yeah, Mia, stop glaring at my light. So yeah, hi. She is staring up at me like very intently, very into this, considering the fact she understands none of it. So it is a genetic disorder that is passed down from an autosomal dominant pattern of inheritance. Which I did more research on that because I do remember learning it, but I didn't remember what it was. So essentially, you can have either one parent that has it or parent that's carrier for it. Well, this one shows two parents that are carriers for it. So they have two parents that are carriers for it on this picture here. And then one child that is unaffected by it, two that are carriers, and one that is affected. So, from what I gather, it would have to be a gene from each of my parents. And then my brothers are lucky enough to be the ones that don't get affected by it or carriers. Mia, stop it. She's now trying to eat sticky notes. Yeah, hi. So the way that it affects me is obviously things can dislocate really, really easily. Like a good example for right now is I've taped up my hand, and that is because I had really bad dislocated thumb the other day due to my brother. You're not supposed to be there, Mia. Due to my brother hitting my hand with a air hockey puck. It was visibly dislocated. I did get it in place rather quickly. but now I've taped it up to force, because this joint here, to force it straight, so it actually takes force to bend it, so everything else around it can heal without it going too far back and being dislocated again. I did recently also dislocate my shoulder, and because I didn't realize how bad it was, I didn't tape it, and it went in and out of place once I did eventually get it in place the first time. Fine, Mia, just leave us. We don't care. So obviously, as it dislocates things, it does make my life a bit more difficult, and it especially affected my knees the most. Lately, it has also affected my shoulders, my back, and my hands. Sorry, I have something else pulled up. I'm trying to read at the same time I'm talking. So, according to Ehler-Danlos.org, so ASCII has a definition for connective tissue. I thought that was obvious, but in case you didn't know, connective tissue lies between other tissues and organs, keeping them separate whilst connecting them, holding everything in place and providing support. So, essentially, holding you all together. So says the kind will depend on the type of. Wait, that was not even the same line. Let's highlight this. The kind will depend on the type of EDS, usually a form of collagen, to be fragile and stretchy. The stretchiness can sometimes be seen in the skin of somebody with EDS. Individuals with the condition may also be able to extend their joints further than that is usual. So there is a flexibility test. It's not that accurate, because it's just trying to get an idea. So it's hands. The joints they test the thumb. Here, let's go up higher. They test the thumb, if you can do this. They test how far back you can bend your fingers. They test elbows, if you can bend them past straight. They test the knees, if you can bend both of those past straight. And then they test if you can put your hands flat on the floor with keeping your legs straight. I think that was all of them. It goes on a point scale of 1 to 9. No, 0 to 9. 0 being you don't not flexible at all. 9 being you're extremely flexible on this scale. As I said in the last video, I have most doctors agree that I have a 9. My last doctor did say 7. She doesn't believe my knees are flexible. So EDS is considered an invisible disability. It does impact pretty much everything, like every day-to-day life, so I can definitely see that. Such problems and their severity vary considerably from person to person, even in the same type of EDS and within the same family. So, like, I am definitely impacted more than my immediate family. Let's click on this one. This is conditions linked to EDS. I don't know what I'm doing on this page. So, other conditions that are linked to EDS is malfunctioning of the atomic or involuntary nervous system, fatigue, sleep disorders, anxiety. So essentially, because you're in pain constantly, it does also affect the mind to an extent. Well, I say to an extent, quite a bit in my case. It is not everything. I have hearing problems right now that could actually be connected to Ehler-Danlos Syndrome. It could be purely because of the little bones in the ears, they can move around. I'm hoping that is not my issue. But yeah, it's not fun, but trying to like keep a normal life with this is difficult, but it is possible. I know I have to take pain medicine quite often. I have to keep moving. I cannot sit still for too long. I cannot stand for too long, which definitely makes school difficult, as essentially I'm sitting down constantly with, I know for 2 of my classes, I'm in the same room, so I'm not moving for 3 hours, which is, well, actually over 3 hours because I arrived to class early, but it can be difficult. I think that's all for now. My phone is running out of space. We're almost 11 minutes in and I can only record 12 and a half. I will probably make a second part to this if it needs it, or if you guys have questions. If you don't, then my next one will be on amplified pain syndrome, and I do have a fun update on that going on with my physical therapy. So that is all for now. I will hope to post at least sometime in the next week, as opposed to waiting almost a month. So, bye, I'll see you later.